we're diving into one of the most exciting and rare finds in the world of coin collecting, the 1994 no-mint-mark Lincoln penny. This coin has caused quite a stir in the numismatic community, with some claiming that it could be worth up to $1 million. But how is that even possible? And what makes this penny so valuable? Let's break it all down for you. Now, we all know the Lincoln penny. It's been a staple of American coinage for over a century, with its familiar portrait of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the iconic wheat ears or shield design on the reverse. But what happens when you find a penny that breaks all the usual rules? That's where the 1994 no-mint-mark Lincoln penny comes into play. To understand why this particular penny is so valuable, we need to talk about what it means for a coin to be a no-mint-mark variety. Usually, U.S. coins are stamped with a mint mark to indicate where they were produced. For example, a D means the coin was minted in Denver, and a S means it was minted in San Francisco. The mint mark is a small letter, usually located just beneath the date on the coin. But in 1994, something strange happened. A small batch of Lincoln pennies was produced without a mint mark, and this tiny error made these coins extremely rare. These are the pennies we're talking about today, the 1994 no-mint-mark Lincoln pennies. So, how did this happen? The reason for this mint mark error is still a bit of a mystery. Some experts believe that a mistake during the production process led to the omission of the mint mark on certain pennies. Whether it was human error or a mechanical malfunction, we may never know for sure. But one thing is clear, the result was a coin that didn't belong in the regular minting process, making it a highly coveted error coin. Now, you're probably wondering, why is this coin worth $1 million? While it's true that most 1994 pennies are worth only 1 cent, the no-mint-mark variety is an exception. Due to its extreme rarity, especially in uncirculated condition, these pennies can fetch significant amounts of money. A well-preserved example, one that is graded as MS-65 or higher, could sell for thousands of dollars. But here's where things get really interesting. Some of the most pristine examples of this penny have been known to sell for over $100,000 at auction. And, as with any rare coin, the right collector or investor might be willing to pay even more for it. In the case of one particularly rare and flawless 1994 no-mint-mark Lincoln penny, rumors swirl that it could be worth as much as $1 million. While that may sound like a lot for a penny, rare coins can often exceed even the highest estimates when they're in the right condition and market circumstances align. You might be asking what exactly makes this penny worth so much money. The answer lies in rarity, demand, and condition. There were only a small number of these no-mint-mark pennies produced, and even fewer have survived in good condition. This makes them incredibly rare. Coins in excellent condition, without any visible wear, scratches, or discoloration, are more valuable. The higher the grade, the higher the price. Coins graded MS-65 or higher are especially sought after by collectors. Rare and unique error coins always attract attention from collectors, investors, and enthusiasts. The desire for these pennies has only increased over time, pushing their value higher. Check for the lack of a mint mark. On a typical 1994 penny, there should be a mint mark on the obverse, just below the date. If there's nothing there, you may have a no mint mark penny. Look closely at the coin's condition. A penny in excellent condition with little wear will be more valuable. Have it professionally graded. To get an accurate idea of your coin's value, you should have it graded by a reputable coin grading service like the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, or Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS. While there have been some sensational claims that the 1994 no-mint-mark Lincoln penny could be worth $1 million, it's important to manage expectations. While these coins can certainly fetch high prices at auction, the $1 million figure is more of an extreme estimate for the absolute rarest examples. Most of these pennies are worth thousands, not millions, but their rarity means the potential for huge value is there. In summary, the 1994 no-mint-mark Lincoln penny is one of the most exciting finds in modern numismatics. While most of us are familiar with the Lincoln penny as a simple, everyday coin, this particular version has captured the attention of collectors and investors due to its rarity and potential value. If you're lucky enough to find one, you might just have a very valuable piece of American history in your hands. That's it for today's video. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of rare coins, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more content like this. Have you ever found a rare coin in your pocket change? We have something extremely rare and valuable to talk about, a coin that could make you a millionaire. In today's video, we're diving into the world of the 1993 Lincoln penny, and specifically, a variant that's been making waves in the numismatic world. Now, most of you might be familiar with the Lincoln penny. It's a staple of American currency, first minted back in 1909. But what if I told you that there's a 1993 penny that's worth over $1 million? Yes, you heard that right, $1 million. How is this possible, and why is this particular coin so valuable? Stick around as we uncover the mystery behind this incredible coin. To start, let's talk about the 1993 penny in general. In 1993, the U.S. Mint struck millions of Lincoln pennies. However, they all had one thing in common. They were all minted in Philadelphia, which means they don't have a mint mark. Mint marks are small letters placed on coins to show where they were made. The 1993 penny, without a mint mark, was produced in large numbers and is pretty common. But here's where things get interesting. This is a standard 1993 penny, with no mint mark. You'll see it's made of copper-plated zinc, and it features the iconic Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. This coin is worth just 1 cent, as you would expect. But in the early 2000s, something unusual came to light. A very small number of 1993 pennies were struck with a huge error. Some 1993 pennies were accidentally struck with a different die, one intended for a different year, a different coin. As a result, these pennies are not just any 1993 pennies. They're incredibly rare, with an error that drastically increases their value. In fact, in 2018, a collector's 1993 Lincoln penny with this minting error was sold at auction for over $1.1 million. This was no ordinary sale. This coin made history and set a new standard for the value of misstruck pennies. As we mentioned earlier, the 1993 penny in question is missing the mint mark, which tells us it was produced in Philadelphia. The critical feature is that the penny was struck with an incorrect die, which gives it an unusual appearance. The strike on these pennies is slightly off-center, and the details are often more defined or distorted. The condition of the coin is also important. A well-preserved coin, ideally in mint or near-mint condition, is worth significantly more. A damaged penny, even with the error, won't bring in the big bucks. Finally, if you think you have one of these rare coins, it's essential to get it authenticated by a professional grading service like the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, or the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS. Without proper certification, you might never know if your penny is truly the one in a million. Coin errors are not always obvious. Sometimes, the differences are so small that they're easy to overlook. But for seasoned collectors, these types of errors can make a huge difference in value. Remember, in the world of rare coins, one small mistake can lead to a fortune. Now you might be wondering, how can you get your hands on a 1993 penny like this? Well, they're not easy to find. Most of the error pennies have already been scooped up by collectors, but you might come across one if you're searching through old coin rolls or visiting local coin shops. You can also check online auction sites, where these types of coins sometimes appear for sale. Just be careful to verify their authenticity before making any purchases. Collecting rare coins is an exciting hobby, and it can even be a way to invest in something valuable. But remember, when it comes to coins like the 1993 era penny, patience is key. Even though the chance of finding one might seem slim, it's always worth keeping an eye out. That's all for today's video. I hope you found this journey into the world of rare pennies as fascinating as I did. If you think you might have a 1993 penny with a similar error, be sure to get it checked out. And who knows, you could be holding on to $1 million coin. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you don't miss any of our upcoming videos. We're diving deep into the fascinating world of the 1978 no mint mark Lincoln penny. This particular coin is not just another penny. it could be worth a whopping $1.2 million. Yes, you heard that right. Stick around to learn why this penny is worth so much, and how you might be sitting on a small fortune without even knowing it. Let's get started. To understand why this coin is so valuable, we first need to talk about the mint mark. Mint marks are small letters placed on coins to identify where they were made. Most of the time, you'll find a mint mark on a penny, like D for Denver or S for San Francisco. However, some coins, especially older ones, may not have any mint mark at all. Now, the 1978 Lincoln penny is generally produced with a mint mark to show where it was minted. However, there's a rare era coin out there that was struck with no mint mark at all, even though it should have had one. This mistake makes it an incredibly rare find. In 1978, the U.S. Mint was still producing pennies in large quantities, and most of them were stamped with either a D or an S to indicate the minting location. But for some reason, a handful of 1978 pennies were released without any mint mark. These are the pennies that are causing so much buzz in the numismatic community today. At first glance, it may look like just another ordinary penny, but this small detail, the absence of a mint mark, makes it an incredibly rare error. With thousands of coins being minted every day, the odds of this happening are extremely slim. That's why collectors and investors alike are willing to pay top dollar for these coins. So, why is this penny worth such a jaw-dropping amount? Well, it's all about rarity and demand. In the world of coin collecting, errors can significantly increase a coin's value, and a mint mark error like this is considered one of the most exciting discoveries for collectors. The value of a 1978 no mint mark penny is primarily determined by its condition. If the penny is in uncirculated or near mint condition, its value can skyrocket. Some of these era coins have sold for over $1.2 million at auction, making them among the most valuable pennies in the market. Not every 1978 penny without a mint mark is worth $1 million. The value is heavily influenced by how rare the coin is in its condition, the provenance, or history, of the coin, and the demand from collectors at the time of sale. Now, if you're thinking that you might have one of these rare pennies hidden in your pocket change or old coin jar, here's how to check. The 1978 no mint mark penny will look just like any other Lincoln penny from that year, except for the lack of the mint mark beneath the date. Look at the year. 1978. On the penny. If there is no D or S under the date, you may have the error coin. Make sure the coin is a genuine 1978 penny. Be wary of counterfeit coins or altered ones, as they could be misleading. The better the condition, the higher the value. Look for signs of wear and tear, as a penny in pristine condition will fetch much more. If you do find one, take extra care to preserve its condition. Any scratches or damage can dramatically decrease the coin's value. If you believe you've found a 1978 no mint mark penny, congratulations! But what should you do next? Before jumping to conclusions, it's a great idea to have the coin evaluated by a professional numismatist. They can authenticate the coin and assess its value. If the coin is indeed an authentic 1978 no mint mark penny in great condition, you may want to consider selling it at an auction or to a reputable dealer. However, if you're not in a hurry, holding on to the coin could yield even higher profits in the future, especially as the rarity of these coins continues to grow. While the 1978 no mint mark penny is certainly the star of today's discussion, there are other valuable Lincoln pennies you should keep an eye on as well. Coins like the 1909 SVDB, the 1914 D, and even the 1955 double die are highly sought after by collectors. In the world of coin collecting, the value of a penny can fluctuate based on rarity, historical significance, and condition, so it's always worth doing your research and staying up to date with the latest market trends. To sum it all up, the 1978 no mint mark Lincoln penny is an extraordinary coin with a fascinating backstory. If you happen to come across one, you could be looking at a coin worth $1.2 million or more. So, always check your pocket change, and never underestimate the potential of your coins. I hope this video has been helpful in uncovering the mystery of this rare and valuable penny. If you enjoyed learning about the 1978 no mint mark Lincoln penny, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with your fellow coin enthusiasts. Until next time, happy hunting, and who knows, maybe the next coin you find could be worth a fortune. We're diving into a topic that has left many collectors both excited and curious: the 2001 Mint Lincoln penny. Some experts claim it could be worth a whopping $1.3 million. But is that true? Let's break down the story, the facts, and the true value of this elusive coin. So grab your magnifying glass, and let's get started. In recent years, rumors have circulated about the 2001 Lincoln penny being worth an eye-popping $1.3 million. But how did this penny become so famous? And more importantly, is it really worth that much? Well, today we're going to answer those questions and explore exactly what makes this penny so special. So, what's the real deal? Let's dive into the details of the 2001 Lincoln penny. Before we get into the specifics, let's first understand the basics of the 2001 Lincoln penny. This penny was struck in 2001 by the U.S. Mint in Denver, Colorado, as part of the ongoing production of pennies for circulation. It's made from a copper-plated zinc alloy, just like most modern pennies, and features the traditional Lincoln memorial on the reverse side, with President Abraham Lincoln's portrait on the obverse. But just like every other coin, there's more to this penny than meets the eye. Now, the 2001 penny became famous due to a very specific feature. You might be asking, what makes this penny so valuable? Well, there's a fascinating backstory behind it. Some rare 2001 Lincoln pennies were struck with a double die error. This is a minting mistake where the die used to strike the penny was misaligned, causing the design to appear twice. The double die error can cause the features on the coin, such as Lincoln's head, the date, or the letters, appear to be doubled or shifted slightly. This type of error is rare and can dramatically increase the value of a coin, especially if it's in excellent condition. So here's the part that got everyone talking. The 2001 penny with the double die error became famous after a few were sold for significant amounts of money. Some sources claim that one of these pennies sold for a jaw-dropping $1.3 million. But is that the real value? While it's true that some 2001 double die pennies have fetched impressive prices, the $1.3 million figure is, unfortunately, not entirely accurate. That number came from a specific instance where a 2001 penny with an exceptionally strong double die error was sold at a highly competitive auction. The coin was in mint condition and had a particularly pronounced doubling effect, making it highly desirable to collectors. Not every 2001 penny with a doubling error will fetch anywhere near that much. Most will be worth much less, ranging from a few $100s to several thousand, depending on the severity of the doubling, the condition of the coin, and the demand from collectors. So, how do you know if you have one of these rare pennies in your collection? The most noticeable feature of the 2001 double die penny is the doubling on the year 2001. If you look closely, you may see a shadow of the numbers slightly to the side, making it appear like the year is doubled. Check Lincoln's profile for any signs of doubling. You may notice a faint shadow or extra detail around the chin, cheek, or hair. Another common area for doubling is on the inscriptions, like the word liberty or the E pluribus unum on the reverse. If you find any of these features on your 2001 penny, it's definitely worth holding onto and getting it professionally appraised. Now that you know what to look for, let's talk about what really affects the value of your 2001 penny. The higher the grade of your coin, the more valuable it is. A coin in mint state with no scratches or wear will fetch much higher prices than a worn coin with only minor doubling. The stronger the doubling on your penny, the more valuable it will be. The most prized coins have bold, noticeable doubling that's visible even to the untrained eye. Just like any collectible, the value of these pennies fluctuates based on market demand. If there's a bidding war for a particularly rare coin at auction, the price can skyrocket. So, while the 2001 double die Lincoln penny can be worth a lot of money, possibly several $1,000s if it's in excellent condition, it's highly unlikely that you're going to find a penny worth $1.3 million just lying around. However, if you come across one of these rare pennies with noticeable doubling, you might have a valuable coin on your hands. always make sure to get your coin professionally appraised before selling, especially if it looks like it could be a rare, high-value piece. And remember, the world of coin collecting is full of surprises, so keep an eye out for these hidden gems. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update on the world of rare coins. Drop a comment below if you've ever found a rare coin in your collection, or if you have any questions about the 2001 Lincoln penny. We're diving into a rare gem that's causing quite a stir, the 1987 no-mint Lincoln penny. But is it really worth $1.4 million? Let's take a closer look. We'll discuss one of the most talked about errors in modern coinage, the 1987 no-mint Lincoln penny. What's so special about this particular coin? Well, let's go back in time to 1987. The U.S. Mint, which normally stamps a mint mark to indicate where the coin was produced, either Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco, did something a little unusual that year. For a brief period, some of the pennies that were struck in Philadelphia did not receive the usual P mint mark. The mint mark is a key part of American coinage, as it tells us where the coin was produced. Most pennies minted in Philadelphia that year were supposed to have the P mint mark. But for some strange reason, a small number of these pennies were released without it. This anomaly has made the 1987 no-mint penny one of the most valuable modern coins on the market. Now, let's address the million-dollar question. How much is this penny really worth? The value of a 1987 no-mint penny can vary greatly depending on its condition. But when a coin in pristine, uncirculated condition pops up for sale, it can reach staggering prices. At the highest end of the spectrum, some 1987 no-mint pennies have been sold for upwards of $1.4 million. How is that possible? Well, this particular penny was graded by professional numismatic organizations like the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, as being in mint condition, making it extremely rare and highly sought after. But what exactly does it mean for a penny to be in mint condition? Coins that are uncirculated, meaning they've never been in circulation, and have no signs of wear, are worth much more than those that have been used in everyday transactions. The more pristine the coin, the more valuable it becomes. However, don't rush to check your pocket change just yet. Finding a 1987 no-mint penny in mint condition is extremely rare. The chances of stumbling upon one in circulation today are incredibly slim. Most of the 1987 pennies with no mint mark were either destroyed or heavily worn out over time. So, even though the 1987 no mint mark Lincoln penny could potentially be worth a fortune, it's important to remember that the vast majority of these coins are worth only a few cents in today's market. It's the rare ones, in flawless condition, that attract the big bucks. When determining the value of a coin like this, grading is everything. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being perfect. A coin in grade 65 or higher is considered to be in excellent condition, and those are the ones that could fetch significant prices at auction. Now, let's talk about how you can tell if your penny is the real deal. The key is to look for the absence of the mint mark, and then examine the coin closely for signs of wear. If the coin shows no signs of wear and has sharp details, it might be worth getting it graded. If you believe you have one of these rare 1987 no-mint pennies, it's a good idea to take it to a professional coin dealer or a grading service to get an official evaluation. If it's in exceptional condition, you might just be holding a small fortune. Before we wrap up, it's important to mention that there are other rare and valuable pennies from different years that could also be worth thousands, or even millions. Collecting coins is not just about finding one in circulation, but understanding what makes a coin rare and special. So, if you're new to coin collecting or you've been at it for years, always keep an eye out for these rare finds. You never know when you might come across a valuable piece of American history. And don't forget to hit the like button if you enjoyed this video, and subscribe for more coin-related content. Thanks for watching, and happy hunting for those rare coins. Who knows? Maybe your next find will be worth $1.4 million. We're diving into one of the most incredible stories in the world of coin collecting, the mystery of the 1991 no-mint Lincoln penny, and its astounding value. Could one of these pennies really be worth $1.5 million? Stick around as we explore how this rare era coin has become a sensation in the coin market. Let's start with the basics. The 1991 Lincoln penny, also known as the Lincoln cent, is a coin that most people have seen a million times. It features the iconic image of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. The penny has been a staple of American currency for over a century, with only a few key variations making certain years more valuable than others. Usually, you'll find a mint mark on the reverse side of the penny, right under the date, which tells you where the coin was minted. For example, a D indicates the Denver Mint, an S represents the San Francisco Mint, and if there's no mint mark at all, it's supposed to be from the Philadelphia Mint. But what happens when that mint mark is missing when it shouldn't be? Well, in 1991, a small number of pennies were struck at the Philadelphia Mint without the expected P mint mark. This era coin was never officially reported by the U.S. Mint, and as a result, it's become one of the most highly sought after and elusive coins in the market. At first glance, these coins might seem like any other 1991 penny, but their rarity has made them incredibly valuable to collectors. Imagine finding a penny that's nearly 3 decades old, but with a significant difference from the rest. The first documented discovery of this rare era penny was made in the early 2000s. It was found among a collection of standard 1991 pennies, but this particular coin was strikingly different, no mint mark. Experts began to realize that this wasn't just a mistake, it was a highly unusual, incredibly rare error. But here's the real kicker. While most era coins are worth just a bit more than their face value, the 1991 no mint mark penny quickly gained attention due to its extreme rarity. As the news spread, the value of these coins skyrocketed. So, how much could one of these era pennies really be worth? Well, estimates for the value of a 1991 no mint mark Lincoln penny can vary, but one of these rare pennies recently sold for a jaw-dropping $1.5 million at auction. That's right, $1.5 million for a single penny. The rarity of this era coin, combined with its history, has made it one of the most sought-after items in the world of coin collecting. It's like finding a needle in a haystack, but if you find it, you could be holding on to a fortune. So, what makes this particular penny so valuable? Well, as I mentioned earlier, era coins are rare by nature. But what sets the 1991 no mint mark Lincoln penny apart is its mysterious origin. There was no announcement from the U.S. Mint about the error, and there are very few examples known to exist. As a result, collectors are willing to pay top dollar for one of these elusive coins. The missing mint mark makes this penny a truly unique piece of American history. And because of that, coin enthusiasts are hunting for them, hoping to discover the next big find. So, how can you spot a 1991 penny with no mint mark? It's actually pretty simple. Start by looking at the reverse of the coin, just below the date. If you see no P, D, or S, and it's a 1991 penny, then you might just have a rare era coin on your hands. Keep in mind, though, that this era is extremely rare, so don't expect to find one every time you go through your spare change. But if you do happen to find one, you could be holding a piece of history. As the demand for rare and unique coins continues to grow, the value of era coins like the 1991 no mint mark penny is only expected to increase. However, it's important to note that not every 1991 penny without a mint mark is going to be worth a fortune. Condition plays a huge role in determining its value. A coin in pristine condition is far more valuable than one that's worn and damaged. So, if you've got one of these pennies, make sure to keep it safe and in good condition to ensure its maximum value. To wrap it up, the 1991 no mint mark Lincoln penny is one of the most fascinating coins in recent history. Its extreme rarity and the mystery surrounding its production have made it a holy grail for collectors. And with its value soaring to $1.5 million, it's a reminder that sometimes the smallest mistakes can lead to the biggest rewards. So, the next time you're going through your change, keep an eye out for that missing mint mark. You might just be holding on to $1 million treasure. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare coins and their incredible values, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. We're diving into one of the most incredible and rare coins in the world, the 1976 Mint Lincoln penny. This coin has been making headlines, and if you own one, you might just have a small fortune in your hands, worth up to $1.6 million. Yes, you heard that right. A single penny, from 1976, could fetch you more money than most people make in a lifetime. In this video, we're going to break down why this particular coin is so valuable, how you can identify it, and what makes it such a sought-after collector's item. So, let's get started. Before we talk about the big bucks, let's first take a look at the history and basic characteristics of the 1976 Lincoln penny. The 1976 Lincoln penny was struck during a year of significant celebration for the United States, the nation's bicentennial. It was a year marked by numerous commemorative coins, events, and national pride. The Lincoln penny itself features Abraham Lincoln's portrait on the obverse, while the reverse showcases the familiar wheat ears design, a symbol of the early years of the penny. However, what makes the 1976 Lincoln penny particularly special is its rarity and the story behind its minting process. Now, let's get to the real treasure. In 1976, most of the Lincoln pennies were minted in Philadelphia and Denver. The majority of these coins were struck with regular dies, meaning they aren't worth anything more than their face value. But here's the twist. A very limited number of 1976 Mint Lincoln pennies were struck using a different type of die, which caused a variety of errors in the coin's design. These coins, which were produced in Denver, are incredibly rare because of a mistake at the minting facility. The result? A limited number of these coins entered circulation, and only a few have survived in mint condition. As a result, they became an instant sensation in the coin collecting world. The unique error on these pennies is what makes them worth so much. The minting process produced a flawed design, and this mistake turned out to be exactly what collectors were looking for. What exactly makes this penny worth $1.6 million? The key factors are rarity, condition, and historical significance. There are only a handful of these coins in existence today, and they were not immediately recognized for their value. Over time, as collectors began to understand how rare they were, their worth skyrocketed. A coin's condition plays a massive role in its value. The 1976 Lincoln penny that fetched $1.6 million was in exceptional condition, graded as MS69, which is nearly flawless. The closer the coin is to mint condition, the higher its value. Coins with minimal wear and tear are always more valuable, and this particular penny's pristine state made it worth millions. This penny was struck during the bicentennial celebration, adding to its appeal as a collector's item. It carries both a historical and a numismatic value that transcends its face value as a simple penny. The first step is to check the mint mark. The 1976 Lincoln penny was minted in Denver, so you should see a D mint mark just beneath the date on the obverse side of the coin. If there's no D, it's not the one we're talking about. But keep in mind that this coin isn't just any 1976 penny with a mint mark. It needs to have the specific error that occurred during production. The key error on this coin lies in the die used during production. This error caused slight variations in the lettering and the positioning of Lincoln's image, making it distinct from regular pennies. To get top dollar, your coin needs to be in excellent condition. If it's in uncirculated or near mint state, you're on the right track. Look for sharp details, clean surfaces, and no significant wear. If you think you have one of these rare coins, it's a good idea to get it professionally graded by a reputable coin grading service, like PCGS or NGC. This can help you determine its true value in the market. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin. So, how much is a 1976 Mint Lincoln penny worth? While most of these coins are not worth anything more than a few cents, the ones with the error and in mint condition can fetch extraordinary prices. The most famous example, which was sold for $1.6 million, is a coin that went to auction in recent years. This sale shocked the numismatic world and proved that even a small coin can be worth a life-changing amount of money when it has the right characteristics. The price you can get for a 1976 Lincoln penny will depend on its condition, the rarity of the specific error, and the current demand in the market. Coins in lesser condition may still fetch a few $1,000s, while those in near-perfect condition could be worth tens of thousands or more. The 1970-60 mintmark Lincoln penny is a perfect example of how a small mistake during minting can create a highly valuable and rare collectible. If you come across a 1970-60 penny, it's worth taking a closer look. With the potential to be worth over $1 million, this little coin might just be hiding in your change jar right now. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare coins and their value, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell for notifications so you never miss an update. We have an incredible story about one of the rarest and most valuable coins in the world, a penny you might have in your pocket right now. We're talking about the 1971 Lincoln penny, but there's a twist. This one has no mintmark. Stick around as we uncover the details behind this rare coin and its jaw-dropping market value of $1.7 million. At first glance, a 1971 penny might seem like any other coin you've seen. It features the familiar image of Abraham Lincoln on the front and the iconic Lincoln Memorial on the back. But what sets this particular penny apart is something incredibly rare, a missing mintmark. Let's backtrack for a moment. Normally, every U.S. coin produced at a federal mint carries a mintmark to indicate where it was made. The Philadelphia Mint uses no mintmark, while the Denver and San Francisco mints use a D or S respectively. But in 1971, something unusual happened at the Philadelphia Mint. A small batch of pennies was released into circulation with no mintmark whatsoever. Now you might be wondering, how could a coin without a mintmark be so special? Here's where the rarity comes in. Most pennies minted in 1971 were either stamped with the D mintmark from Denver or had no mintmark at all because they were minted in Philadelphia. However, due to a mistake during the minting process, a few of these 1971 pennies were struck without any mintmark, and that's where the value comes in. Coins with no mintmark from the Philadelphia Mint are quite rare, especially in certain years. In 1971, it wasn't common for a penny to lack a mintmark, as most were stamped with either a D or S. What makes the 1971 no mintmark penny even more significant is that there were very few of them produced, making them highly collectible and sought after by coin enthusiasts and investors alike. So, how much is this rare penny worth today? The 1971 no mintmark Lincoln penny is worth a staggering $1.7 million. That's right, this tiny coin, which you might have tossed aside as loose change, could fetch an unbelievable sum if it's in pristine condition and verified by the right experts. Recent auctions have seen these coins go for extraordinary amounts. A particular 1971 no mintmark penny in mint condition sold for over $1.7 million, stunning everyone in the numismatic community. But it's not just about finding any 1971 penny. To achieve that kind of value, it has to meet specific criteria. Experts and collectors alike look for coins that are in excellent condition, free from damage or heavy wear. The higher the grade of the coin, the more valuable it is. When you find a 1971 penny with no mintmark, it's essential to have it evaluated by a certified professional to determine its worth. To give you an idea of the process, a certified coin grading service like PCGS or NGC will examine the coin under a microscope to look for details that can determine its grade. A coin with a grade of MS67 or higher can fetch a significantly higher price than one with a lower grade. And while the $1.7 million price tag is reserved for the best of the best, even a less-than-perfect 1971 no mintmark penny can still be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. So, what should you do if you think you've found a 1971 no mintmark penny? First, check the coin for signs of wear. If it looks like it's been in circulation for decades, it might not be worth as much as a well-preserved specimen. But don't discard it just yet. Take it to a trusted coin dealer or send it to a professional grading service for evaluation. Even if it's not the $1 million coin you were hoping for, it could still hold significant value based on its rarity. Coin collecting is a thrilling hobby, and finding a rare penny like the 1971 no mintmark Lincoln penny can be a game-changer for your collection. But remember, the key to success in this hobby is knowledge and patience. Thanks for tuning in today to learn about the fascinating 1971 no mint mark Lincoln penny. We hope this video has sparked your interest in rare coins and maybe even helped you spot something valuable in your own change jar. If you liked this video, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more coin collecting tips and stories. Who knows? Imagine holding a coin worth almost $2 million. It may sound like something out of a treasure hunt, but this rare piece of history is very real. Today, we're going to dive into the incredible story of the 1972 no mint mark Lincoln penny. The Lincoln penny has been part of American currency for over a century. From the iconic design by Victor David Brenner to the many variations it has gone through, the penny is a favorite among collectors. But did you know that one specific penny from 1972 could potentially be worth a staggering $1.9 million? At first glance, a 1972 penny may look like any other. It's copper, it has Abraham Lincoln's portrait, and it features the familiar E pluribus unum inscription on the reverse side. But here's where the story gets interesting. This penny is missing a crucial detail, a mint mark. Typically, every U.S. coin minted is stamped with a mint mark, indicating which U.S. mint produced it. For the 1972 penny, you would usually find a mint mark that either reads D for Denver or S for San Francisco. But what if that mint mark wasn't there at all? That's when the mystery begins. In 1972, a small number of Lincoln pennies were mistakenly produced without any mint mark at all. These rare pennies are often called no mint mark pennies, and they are one of the most sought-after errors in coin collecting. But what makes this particular penny so valuable? It's not just about the missing mint mark. The real rarity lies in the fact that this 1972 penny has been certified by the experts as authentic, and it's believed to be one of only a few known to exist in the world. Coin experts have long debated how many 1972 no mint mark pennies were ever minted. Estimates vary, but some believe there may be as few as 5 to 10 examples left. And in the world of coin collecting, the rarer an item, the more valuable it becomes. When it comes to auctions, the prices for rare coins can skyrocket, and the 1972 no mint mark Lincoln penny is no exception. In recent years, one of these elusive coins sold for an eye-popping $1.9 million at an auction. That's right, a single penny, worth more than an entire house. So why did this penny fetch such an astronomical price? The key factors are its rarity, its condition, and its authenticity. This particular penny was graded by professional numismatists, ensuring that it was indeed the missing mint mark variety, and not some form of alteration or damage. The 1972 no mint mark penny is a true anomaly in the world of coinage. It's a mistake that, when discovered, created a frenzy among collectors. The fact that only a handful remain makes it one of the most valuable pennies ever to be discovered. To find one in near-perfect condition is incredibly rare. Now you may be wondering, how can you tell if you have a 1972 no mint mark penny in your collection? The first step is to carefully examine the coin for any signs of a mint mark. If you don't see the typical D or S above the date, then you might just have a very special coin in your hands. But it's not enough just to check for the missing mint mark. You'll also want to pay attention to the condition of the coin. Collectors are always looking for coins in excellent shape. The higher the grade, the more valuable it is. A penny in mint state condition could be worth far more than one with significant wear. If you think you've stumbled upon one of these rare pennies, it's a good idea to get it professionally evaluated. A trusted coin dealer or a third-party grading service like the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, can help determine the coin's authenticity and its value in today's market. And who knows? If your coin is verified as an authentic 1972 no mint mark penny, you could be sitting on a small fortune. Whether you choose to hold onto it for your collection or sell it at auction, the potential value could be life-changing. So, the next time you're sorting through your pocket change or going through a coin jar, remember the story of the 1972 no mint mark Lincoln penny. It might just be the treasure you've been waiting for. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more exciting tales from the world of rare and valuable coins. Who knows, maybe your next find could be worth millions.